Ever wondered if quicksand is really as deadly as movies make it seem? Picture this, a daring adventurer trekking through the jungle suddenly caught in a pit of quicksand, desperately struggling as they sink deeper and deeper. It's a classic scene, but how true to life is it? Quicksand isn't the menacing killer it's often made out to be. In reality, quicksand is simply a mixture of water, sand, and clay. This combination creates a saturated paste that can indeed trap objects, but consider this. Quicksand's density is actually lower than that of the human body. This scientific fact means that sinking entirely beneath the surface is highly unlikely. So, what should you do if you find yourself caught in this sticky situation? First, don't panic. Panicking can cause you to sink further. Instead, lighten your load. Remove any heavy gear you're carrying as it can drag you down. Next, take a breath and start to wriggle your legs. This movement helps to create space around your legs, allowing water to flow back into the sediment and making it easier to pull yourself out. These steps are a far cry from the frantic flailing and inevitable doom portrayed in films. Quicksand might slow you down, but it's not the death sentence it's dramatized to be in those edge-of-your-seat movie moments. So the next time you see a character flailing helplessly in quicksand, remember, it's more about drama than danger. Are anacondas really the monstrous snakes movies depict them to be? In the realm of cinematic thrillers, anacondas are often portrayed as colossal and formidable beasts, capable of devouring humans whole. This dramatic depiction keeps viewers on the edge of their seats, but let's separate the fact from the fiction. Firstly, while anacondas are indeed one of the largest snake species in the world, the size shown in films is greatly exaggerated. The largest anaconda ever recorded was 33 feet long. Impressive, yes, but still a far cry from the monstrous lengths suggested in movies, where they are often shown as long as 50 feet or more. In reality, anacondas spend much of their time quietly submerged in the murky waters of South America's rivers and swamps, conserving energy and ambushing prey that comes too close. Their diet mainly consists of fish, birds, and occasionally larger mammals like capybaras, but human encounters are rare and typically not fatal. These snakes prefer to avoid humans and are not the malevolent giants as often depicted. Moreover, their portrayal as aggressive and vengeful creatures is a gross misrepresentation. In their natural habitat, anacondas are more interested in survival than in terrorizing other creatures. They exhibit remarkable adaptations to their environment, showing more fascinating aspects of their behavior than just the sensational aggression often shown on screen. While anacondas are indeed large, the giants you see on screen are just a stretch of the imagination. Should you really suck the venom out of a snake bite as often shown in movies? It's a classic scene. A character gets bitten by a venomous snake, and immediately, a companion heroically attempts to suck out the venom. While it makes for a gripping moment on screen, this method is far from advisable in real life. In fact, trying to suck out venom can do more harm than good. When venom enters the bloodstream, it begins to affect the body almost immediately. The act of sucking on the wound can actually increase blood flow to the affected area, spreading the venom more rapidly. Moreover, putting your mouth on the bite can introduce bacteria to the wound, exacerbating the situation with potential infections. Medical professionals strongly advise against this method. Instead, the key steps to take following a snake bite are far less dramatic, yet significantly more effective. First and foremost, it's crucial to keep the bitten person calm and as still as possible. Movement can accelerate the spread of venom through the bloodstream. The next step is to seek immediate medical attention. Time is of the essence, and the application of professional medical treatments and antivenoms are the most reliable ways to combat the effects of snake venom. Forget movie heroics. Real snakebite first aid is about staying calm and getting professional help. Can chloroform really knock someone out in seconds? That's a question many of us might have after watching countless films where a cloth soaked in chloroform renders characters unconscious almost instantaneously. Let's clear the air on this Hollywood myth. First, let's understand what chloroform is. It's a chemical that was once widely used as an anesthetic during surgeries in the 19th century. It's a colorless, sweet-smelling compound that can indeed induce unconsciousness. However, the way it's portrayed in movies is far from accurate. In reality, chloroform takes much longer to work than the few seconds often shown in films. It requires a significant and controlled exposure to render someone unconscious. Typically, it would take at least 5 minutes of inhaling an accurately concentrated chloroform-soaked cloth to knock a person out. And this is under ideal conditions, which are hard to achieve outside a controlled environment like a laboratory or a hospital. Moreover, the use of chloroform is not without risks. It can cause severe liver and kidney damage, and in some cases, it can be fatal. Due to these significant health risks, chloroform has fallen out of favor in medical practices, being replaced by safer and more effective anesthetics. The dramatic scenes in movies simplify and misrepresent the complexity and danger associated with chloroform. It's a potent chemical that requires careful handling, not the convenient knockout tool it's made out to be on the silver screen. So remember, chloroform isn't the instant knockout tool movies would have you believe. Today, we've uncovered the truth behind some of Hollywood's most gripping scenes. We started by sinking our teeth into the myth of quicksand, revealing that its cinematic portrayal as a deadly trap is far from reality. In truth, quicksand's density makes it unlikely to swallow someone whole. Staying calm and wriggling free is the key to escape. Then we stretched the truth with giant anacondas. While these snakes are indeed large, the monstrous lengths depicted in films are a giant stretch from reality. The largest anacondas are impressive, but not nearly as long as their movie counterparts. We also shed some light on the misleading advice given in movies about treating snake bites. Remember, sucking out venom is more dangerous than helpful. It's crucial to stay still and seek immediate medical attention instead. Lastly, we cleared the air about chloroform. Contrary to its instant knockout depiction in films, chloroform is slow-acting and fraught with risks. Armed with knowledge, you can now watch these movie scenes knowing the line between fact and fiction. Keep questioning, keep learning. Enjoyed unraveling these cinematic myths with us? If so, there's plenty more where that came from. Dive deeper into the rabbit hole of reality versus fiction by hitting that subscribe button. Our journey together is just beginning, and we have a treasure trove of myths to bust and truths to uncover. Every film, every story, and every scene you question gives us more to explore and demystify. So why not be a part of our curious community? Drop a comment below sharing any myths or movie tropes you've encountered that you want us to tackle. Whether it's a legendary creature, a supposed scientific fact, or a historical event portrayed in films, we're ready to put it under the microscope. And remember, each subscription and every comment not only supports the channel, but also fuels our shared quest for knowledge. Subscribe to Eskimos and stay tuned for more myth-busting adventures. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive.